Hey you guys, okay. I wanted to talk about something today. Okay, let's regroup. We're gonna do a makeup video, okay? I'm gonna be showing you how I do my everyday makeup look while, giving you guys this haul of amazing new products that I've been teasing lately and just real good game changers, okay? You know what we like. But I've also been doing my makeup in a different way. I've embraced a feeling of, I don't say meat, but of feeling myself. No, I'm no longer interested in being subtle. Okay, like you hear people say, like, I'm no longer interested in what doesn't serve me or whatever. Here's what: if I'm gonna take the time to get myself together in the morning, it takes just as much time as it does to fake a natural makeup look, layering a million products that are nude, beige, then it does to just like go nuts and use the darkest Bobbi Brown eyeshadow stick that you can find and really like create like some sexy eyes for every day. You catch yourself in the mirror and you're like, dang, she looks good. Does she look better than usual? Yes. And I think about we've gone through all of these efforts over the years to, of course, like perfect our routine, to learn what looks natural. I'm not talking about unnatural makeup or heavy makeup. It's just about being efficient, using certain shades. Don't think like, okay, well now you're gonna be spending more time. I think that's what most of us think. Like, okay, I'm gonna, go for makeup that's less subtle or put a little more like glam into it. It doesn't take longer. It should take the same exact time as it does when we're doing these like natural looks, right? And you always hear people say, I don't want to say like men or whoever, say, I like it better when she doesn't wear makeup. I like it better. All they're talking about, and anyone like the thing that I was talking about, like they just don't want to see blue eyeshadow. They don't want to see purple, whatever. If you're using natural tones that are dark, not that you're doing it for other people, I'm talking about what just generally looks universally flattering. If you just use natural tones, you can like go as dark and as glam as you want, and you just, is that right? I don't know, but I have been really kind of going for it lately. And you might say, Tiffany, what? But honestly, like you'll see when I show you, it's really not hard. It's just, I just want to stop pretending like we don't care, okay? And it's not that like, oh, it's just, well, yeah, it is. It's almost like, oh, I'm too cool to look like I spent time on this. Oh, I just rolled out of bed. This is so effortless. I'm done with that, okay? I'm done. I'm over with it. But I think I'm like at a happy medium because I wear a ponytail pretty much every day. I get ready in 5 minutes and I feel like I look put together. Throw on some hoops, casual shirt, you're transformed. It's like, wow, who is that? Who's that lady? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. I know I just threw a lot at you at the beginning there, but I'm gonna show you guys these products that I've gotten recently, fairly recently, that are just total game changers. Something that I'm using that's kind of helping me sleep. I wash my face every day. I do my skincare. I take time to do my makeup in the morning, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 15 minutes, whether it's 5 minutes, but I do like to take at least, a good 10 minutes to just sit and like be with yourself, and more than that if possible. Take a good 30 minutes, listen to a podcast, like get yourself together. And it's not about making yourself look a certain way. It's about that time, taking that time for yourself. It is interesting because we're in a time of self-care, meditate, sit and be with yourself, whatever. But then a woman is like, oh, well, that looks like that took too long to do. Oh, you get yourself together every morning. How do you have time to do makeup? And I'm thinking, I've always done that for myself, whether I'm literally just gonna wash my face, put on moisturizer, and just sit and like, I don't know, look at my pores for 5 minutes, or do a quick swipe of mascara, do something quick, you know what I mean? Take that time to just be with yourself, to do something that's going to make you look pretty, not that to make yourself look good, which makes you feel good. It's not about, oh, I need to put my face on to look a certain way. I have to put this makeup on. It is about taking care of yourself and doing something that makes you feel good. My daughter is 8, and I replaced one of her nightstands in her room recently with a little vanity type of table. Her little nightstand stuff's still on one side, but she's had this little collection of makeup that she's, I've slowly kind of, she's gotten some gifts, and I've been getting her little things here and there, and she knows, just to wear clear when we go out, and there's a little eyeshadow palette just to wear the natural colors, but she can play with the other ones when we're at home. And I find myself and she knows this about me. I have done this since she was a baby, okay? When you're a mom, you have to put your kids in their little bouncer and their little thing, and you gotta take a shower, okay? You gotta spend that time. Have your kid, and then she, as she got older, got independent. She started playing on her own while I got ready. What message are you sending your kids if they see you never take care of yourself? It's not about doing makeup. It's not about superficial things. It's about just saying, I'm gonna watch a show that I like. I'm gonna listen to music that I like. You know what I'm saying? And I've always done that in the mornings, and she's always seen that example. Not that I'm putting on a face to the nines every day. I'm pretty casual most days, but she has started to do that too. She takes the time, and you think, oh, she's putting on makeup. She's not. Like, sometimes she's just in there, you know, organizing her stuff. She likes to do nail stickers, and it's not about, oh, you have to look a certain way. It's about how you feel. And she said something to me the other day that was so special. She was like, Mommy, I really love my new desk. You know, I really love getting ready in there in the morning. And she didn't have on any makeup. She doesn't. She's 8 years old. She doesn't wear makeup out of the house, like I said. But she was like, you know, it's not the way, she goes, it's not that I can't even see the makeup. I can't, because I always tell her, like, you don't want to see it when you go out. She's like, it's how it makes me feel. And I'm like, you know what? She's like, I know that I did that, even if you can't see it. You know you've done something to take care of yourself that makes yourself feel good. And I think that's so powerful. So what I like to do, I start with a foundation that, any foundation at all that you like. I like one that's more a natural finish, has great coverage. I tried so many great ones lately. I always go back to the Armani Luminous Silk. That's what I use today. A very light layer of that. And it's so natural and beautiful. It's not cakey. It doesn't settle. It just makes your skin look amazing all day. A little dab of concealer. I don't do a giant blob here and a giant blob here and then try to blend them together, because that's, you know, it's like, well, now you just put it here and here. Well, yeah, but you're putting a massive amount here so that then you can spread it here. And you don't want a ton of product here anyways. We've never put a lot of product under our eyes anyways. So what you do, I use the Luminous Silk Concealer. I think nothing compares. It's so great. I do have fine lines under my eyes. It doesn't settle into those. And the more product you use, the wrong shade, if it's too light of a concealer, it will accentuate those lines. So I'll put all my shades below. I use one that matches my skin tone. I don't go too light with my under eye concealer. And then just little feathery strokes under my eyes. Not a big swipe, just little bitty dots. And then I think that gives the best effect. I think that's the most flattering. But again, next year it's going to be something different, because again, we're on a visual platform, Instagram, whatever this, you know, whatever you're doing. That is why these different little things come about. I do like Ease, okay? Easy foundation. This is a great product. They come in a lot of different colors. I took a chance and got this one, and it worked out perfectly. The writing is literally microscopic, so I will put it below. So it's a, I don't even think it says what it's called. A blush and bronzer, okay? So one end is a bronzer / like contour product. And, you know, they all have different tones and stuff. On the other end, it's this really beautiful blush that isn't too pink, isn't too peach or coral. It's just gorgeous. You saw me use a blending sponge. I will link to the sponges that I love to use. They're so affordable and perfect for my foundation. Then this brush I've been raving about for years. You guys know how much you know how we feel about this. It's the Wet Dry Brush by Trish. It's so velvety soft, and this is what I use to blend the blush and the contour. So with the contour, I just apply it in the areas where you typically apply a contour / bronzer. And for me, you know, usually I don't contour my jaw. I feel like I don't need to. I've got a very pronounced jaw, but I do like to add it just for the color balancing of it all, so that at least that color exists on the lower half of my face as well. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of warms things up. This blends like a dream. I like the smell. It smells just like those Melt Cream blushes. I know that's weird to say. It's just a really nice product. It doesn't smell like you're applying paint to your face. Some of these sticks smell so obnoxious. But yeah, I blend it around my hairline, down my temple, cheekbones, down the side of my nose, and this brush is just really, really perfect for that. I use this concealer, which I use on my face, like if I have a blemish or something, but also it's a really, really great dual-ended. One side's like more of a brightening side that has a little bit of sheen and shimmer to it. The other side is just a really flat, perfect concealer. And I will link to that obviously below. Everything will be linked below, but I like to put like a little, just almost like a little heart shape right on the end of your nose, a little bit right here, and then just lightly. That just, I think, you know, when you blend the contour or whatever on your nose, sometimes it can look like too much. And I always go back like with whatever I've blended my foundation with, just to kind of dab over that. Okay, now the other side of this is really beautiful, the blush. Put the blush, I like to put it a little bit, like that spot right above the arch of your eyebrows. I think that looks like you've gotten a little bit of sun. It's just natural. It kind of, I don't know, kind of works with the color that you put up there anyways. And then just a little bit on your nose, just a teeny tiny bit. I don't always do that, but it blends like a dream. Again, just such a beautiful blush. So pretty. Instantly like makes your face look alive and awake. For my highlight, this was a product I forgot and that I had a long time ago, and I remember really disliking it because I thought it was greasy and weird. This stick that I have that's new is drier. My old one was just like a grease stick, like felt like Vaseline. And this is odd. It's like, I mean, it's better. So anyways, I use just a little bit of that right on the end of my nose, a little bit, you know, like where you typically apply highlighter. And then when I blend with that, I always use the side of my blender sponge that I used for my foundation, because if you use this brush, I don't want to get any dark color here. And unless if you really go to town wiping this off, I mean, it's just a whole thing, okay? So that's what I do, super simple. And then you don't have like powders on your face. It kind of all goes together. It just feels thin, like I have nothing on there, you know? I think I do my brows next, and then this is the Trish pencil. You can see how like just easy breezy this is and what a big difference it makes in literally just a few seconds. This is such like an MVP brow product. So universal and perfect. This is a new brow product. It is the Kosas Air Brow. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's kind of like, it's in this like really iridescent packaging. What is it about everything since the beginning of actual time? I remember things that I had like in the 80s as a kid that had this like iridescent coating to it. It always has that like weird, like burned, like a perm smell. Isn't that strange? What the heck chemical is this that they're adding? What is this one thing that they can only like apply to products to make them iridescent like this that has the same smell? It's whatever they've been using honestly since the 80s, because it's that smell. Am I strange? Okay, so I have that perfume, the Over Rose, not Over Rose, is that what, yeah, the Over Rose perfume that I have that's in these iridescent containers, and it smells the same too. I can barely use the perfume because by the time my hands touch it, all I smell is a stink chemically smell. Okay, but this is actually a really good product. Okay, so it's a clear brow gel. I very rarely will use a tinted anything on my brows, like a gel, because it goes, my brows can look very like slicked and very like, woo, very quickly. They can get very dramatic very quickly. So I like to fill them with a pencil really lightly and then use a clear. Most days I don't even use the pencil, I'll just use the clear, but I like this because it is a dry, I don't want to say a dry gel, it is. It like goes on very fluffy, it doesn't feel crunchy, it keeps them in place. Do the eyes, because I think the eyes are kind of the whole vibe of the look. Now I talked about how easy this stick product is. I've been using cream products for a while. I love a cream blush, I love the ease of those. I just like the way they look on my skin. I think as I age, it just looks so much better than a powder. I went back to using some things. I just was testing like older things that I used to love, and it just doesn't, it's just not the same. I'll be 39 this year. Like, I've taken great care of my skin. I think it looks good, but you just can't do the same things you did in your early 20s or in your 20s at all, or even 5 years ago. And like I've said for the last several years, I just haven't been doing powdered eyeshadows a lot. I feel like my eye skin has looked better. There's not a lot of blending, not a lot of tugging, and not dry powders sitting on your eyelids all day, you know, under a layer of like a shellacky primer. This is nice. These don't crease. I literally have worn these every day, like for the last like couple weeks, like all day. This is like my new jam. Okay, I love this. My jam. Okay. So taupe is what you want. These are all by Bobbi Brown. The consistency is so amazing. It's not like a dry eyeshadow stick. I blend most of these with my fingers. The taupe is the first one that you want. This is like the gateway, okay? This is the one that I got first. And it's one of those colors you just put all over, blend with your finger. You can blend with a brush if you want. I tap it with my finger and it looks like, okay, here I am. I've applied, you know, a crease color, a lid color, like I've done the most, and you haven't. And it's just flattering. Then I'm like, okay, well, that's nice. Let's go a little darker. Now, the whole idea is you do want to layer all of these, okay? And I'll just show you it works and it's good. All right, so do the taupe first. You want to do this color next. It's called Cinnamon. It's like a mid, kind of warm, dark brown. Cinnamon. Start with this one right at my lash line and then work up about halfway up my eyelid, okay? And I take my finger, dab that out. You just want that color kind of on your lid, blend it up in your crease a little, blend it into that other color. But, you know, don't get it too close to the inner or the outer edge. You just kind of blend it, you know, whatever. Just a nice tone. But then the taupe color underneath is like it does the blending for you because you're not going to the edge with that color. All right, then you want to do this. Now you wouldn't want, I would not go right in with just this dark color, this bark. It's called bark first. I wouldn't do that. I think that's where like the blending comes. You have to do it in this order, okay? You just have to. If you want this look, you have to. And you don't have to tug and blend and stuff if you do it this way, because I think if you did this dark color only, you'd have to blend so much and then it wouldn't look pretty around the edges. So the bark color, what I do with this one is I use this one sort of like my eyeliner. I put it, you know, right at my eye line, very thin, keeping it toward the outer, maybe toward the middle, just a little. And then right at that outer corner, do you remember I used to always say, let's make the outer V, you know, whatever, let's make that. Just do that a little bit on the outer corner. Now that's something that's to be a little trickier to blend with your fingers. I have this brush, it's not in here. I'll show it, you'll see it when I'm using it. This is literally called a cream eyeshadow blush. I don't have anything that's similar to it. You know, at this point, brushes are brushes are brushes. I hate to say that, but like there's so many high quality brands. Well, not, you know, you want one that's quality, but I'm saying there's so many high quality brands. They're all just copies of from one brand to the next. This one's very unique. And you just kind of want to blend kind of inward with it and kind of blend over, you know, the line that you created. And then it's like your eyes are done. You didn't have to spend a whole lot of time. It took like zero skill. I'm sorry, but it's not some like blending masterpiece, okay? And it looks great. It's one of those things like I catch myself in the mirror during the day and I'm like, okay, yeah, you look good. You know, and you think, I mean, if you'd spend the same amount of time to do your foundation, perfect your skin for the no makeup, like makeup look, I'm gonna look really natural today, like I spent no time on this. Meanwhile, the joke's on you, you did spend time on it, you know what I mean? Like, unless if you just really wanna look like you're wearing nothing, that's fine. But, you know, I want a little extra something, you know? And I look at myself in a mirror and I'm like, okay, yeah, she looks better, okay? Sorry, but it's true. And let's just, you know, we can look better together, okay? And then this, okay, love the Better Than Sex mascara. I really was excited when I saw this chocolate color. Oh, that looks better. Why am I putting my hand back? The whole reason I got this camera is like it really does good like product shot. And then it goes right back to your face. Okay. The Too Faced Better Than Sex, and I think it's literally called, well, it's brown. I don't know if it's called chocolate. They have the whole chocolate line. I don't know, it's just the brown. So I have really been enjoying that. And you can see when I apply it, this takes like zero effort. This mascara is just like the quickest mascara there is, okay? And you see like the huge difference that it makes. Again, I've been using the Revitalash for 3 years. Get on that. I mean, I was literally like curling my lashes before, wearing false lashes. You know, when I first started my channel, was in my early 20s, had my lashes were insane. And then, you know, you go through, I don't know, pregnancy. You know what? That is true. Pregnancy, I would say maybe, I didn't like lose hair when I was pregnant, but my lashes kind of went to crap later. Not crap, but like if I wasn't wearing mascara, they were just, you couldn't see them and they were short. And the ends were just like blonde, which is fine, but like they didn't have that curl. I was having to curl them, you know. Not at the same time. That's terrifying. And once I started using that, I would say within a couple weeks, I just instantly started noticing the lift in the curl. But you know, it just got better and better and better. And I'm obsessed with it. I really, really like it. This is the Chanel highlighter. We talked about that. What step are we at now? Lips. Okay. So I don't know. I just started using this Laura Mercier Rosewood. Is it Rosewood? Or is it, oh gosh, there's 2 of them now. I can't remember which one it was. I'll put the actual name below. But, you know, it's not new by any means. I have had that color again and again for years, and I really love the Laura Mercier pencils. But I really do love that tone, that color. I can do it almost without looking in the mirror. It's just such an easy, foolproof color. That's my point of saying that, is like you really can't mess it up. And it's a dry formula, so it really stays on all day, and I fill in my lips with it a little too. Now these lip colors, you guys, very rarely do I really get excited about a lip color. You know, I've had those Buxom glosses for years that I love. Those new Lawless glosses are so good. Usually I'm a sucker for a lip gloss if I really get excited about something. I'm a liner and a lip gloss kind of girl, but these are amazing. I do not like a goopy lipstick, but I like the feeling of like a soft gloss, you know what I mean? These are so good. I've never had anything by this brand, I don't think. It is a Surratt Lip Sleek is the is the name of the product. So the first one that I bought about a month or so ago is this color called Bonbon in little containers like this, and I like the color. This Bonbon's real good. Okay, you know what this reminds me of? Oh my gosh, what color? Oh, was it Lancome? Okay, back in the day, I would buy these lipsticks from, I believe, Lancome that looked like this, that were in a silver container, and there was one that was pink and sparkly that smelled like watermelons. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Anyways, that product just gave me a total flashback of that because it looked like it. So anyways, I had that one, had been using it for a while, then I was like, I gotta get another color. And the one that I use today is, not that one, it is this one. Oh my gosh, and then there were some that had like they smelled like coffee or something that looked like this. I think that was something from the drugstore. They smelled like coffee. Anyone? Anyone from like the late 90s? What was that? You remember? They look almost like they were in little like lip smacker containers, and they were like mocha. But then there were some that were thin like this that had a coffee scent. Oh my gosh, okay. Total flashback. One that smelled like tea. What were those? Oh my gosh. You know what? It was so strange. It's just the tip of this product looks exactly like that. Okay, if you don't know, you don't know, and I sound insane. So this one is the one that I'm wearing today, and it's a little less pink. It's a little more of just like a, I don't know, like a natural color, right? Not so bright pink, a little pink. This is a really good one, kind of peachy. And then, and I really like the packaging of these. So nice. So far, have not found a fault. Okay, and then this is the other one. And this one's like a nude color. This is the one that reminded me of those food ones. Yeah, and there was one that smelled like vanilla. They must have been something from the drugstore because I had like, I'm thinking like I had like every flavor, So the first one, the pink one, was Bonbon. The one that I'm wearing today is Feesoie, Feesoie. And this one is Chuchoter, Chuchoter. That's why I am not saying these names except for Bonbon. I will write the names below, okay? But I feel like all of these would be good. Sometimes you find a really good product, like a really good lip product, and it's like the only nude or the only like natural color, because none of these I would say are nudes, but you know what I mean. Like I see these lines of lipsticks, I'm like, what do I even do with this? It's like every color is a berry, a red, or a brown, and that's okay, but you gotta have like, I mean, that's, and some people may love that because that's their taste. My taste is more like natural colors, so I just love it when a line is primarily that. So I had a hard time picking these out because there were so many other natural tone ones too. Then, okay, to end it, I use this new product that I don't know what I was thinking. So it's called, well, I do know what I was thinking. It's called Dewy Set Setting Spray. And I thought, perfect. I love like a natural finish. Now, when I opened the box and it looked like this, I thought, oh, mommy, okay, you're going back. Like, but then I realized this is just the coating of, this is just the container. Like, there's no shimmer that settles in here. Like up in the light, I can see. It's weird, okay? Like this is terrifying. When I first opened this, I thought, no, thank you. But it's actually just a very nice spray. It reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finish. Is that what's called? The Flawless Airbrush. I got this and I was intrigued because it goes all the way, I don't want to get makeup on it, to the side of your face, like where your ears are. I have like this weird sleeping thing. I mean, it's been since I was a kid. I think a lot of people are like this. Like I can't sleep unless if I wake up later in the night and I'm just burning up and I just go back to sleep with my ear, my head in the wind. Like even in the dead of summer, like I like my ear to be covered. So I have like, we have like a duvet, but then I have this thin, this is the best blanket. So lightweight, but I just put it on the top of our bed. You know, it just keeps like the wind from coming through, because it's like, even when it's very hot outside, which it's starting to get like hot at night here, we have our Dyson fan. I have my ceiling fan. AC is like roaring, and it's like a straight up wind tunnel in here. But you know, the air kind of can go through. So I like this, okay? But what I do with it is I put like my comforter under my, are you guys getting this visual? And then I'll grab like a wad of this and I'll just like put it on my ear. I don't know what it is. I feel exposed. And maybe it's a wind thing. Maybe it's like when I was a kid, that's how I slept. I had a lot of like ear issues as a child. I don't know. Maybe my mom kept like my ear covered at night. But here's what I do. Now, this is my jam. I sleep because I'm a side sleeper and I go to sleep like this. It's really nice. Okay, and then you can just kind of like wad it up all night. Like kind of put it over here. Do a little bit of this. Do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of this. It's cool. I don't know. These might be some like good gift ideas. But I don't know if you have one of those or if you were thinking about it or if you're weird like me with that. Okay, quickly, the hoops. I don't know, you guys. Is this going to be like too long in the video? Maybe I should do a separate video on this. I may not show all of them. But hoops are an essential part of this look. I feel like when you're done with your makeup, okay, when I'm done with my makeup and I put my hoops on, I don't dress fancy every day. Like today, I'm in this and bike shorts. I had the pants on and I was like, nope, too hot. I'm just not a fancy dresser on the daily. I like nice casual things. I like to, you know, do my makeup, do my look, whatever, do a ponytail, and throw on some hoops with the most casual outfit and you look put together. And I've been linking to these Melinda Maria hoops for a very, very long time now. And you guys have bought, I mean, it's always one of like the most popular things that you guys are like buying from like my links and stuff. And I just think, and I have gifted these to so many people. Christmas, I gave them to so many people. I think the 2-inch, which that's what this size is perfect. Now this is a new pair. I think it's called like Not Your Basic Mom, like Not Basic Mom, Non-Basic Mom or something. But listen, I would say hoops are important. Some of you guys may be like, Tiffany, oh what? But I'm telling you, I have embraced this life of hoops for the last like, I don't know, a couple years. But I have really been wearing them nonstop for like a year. It's very rare to see me not in a pair of hoops. And I just think when you go out, you just look snatched. Like when you're wearing hoops, like you can put them on and they just, I don't know, they just complete your outfit. Is that all in my head? Maybe. I mean, they do look good. There's something to it. But it just, the way I feel when I put on my hoops, I'm like, let me go out and let me like conquer my day. You know what I mean? So anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. I really hope that you're having a great week. Definitely follow along on our podcast. Brad and I cover so much current event things, everything going on, personal things going on. We get very deep there. So if you want more, you can check us out there. I really like, you know, we do what we do here, but I think, you know, if you want anything more, you're curious about anything personal, definitely head over there. And that's always linked below too for you guys. And we are just having the best time over there. And never expected as many of you guys to be over there. It was just Brad and I always wanted to do a podcast. And so it's been so fun. Like we look forward to it so much every week. But, you know, I'm just very, very thankful that you guys are enjoying it as much as you are. So happy about that. And if you want to join us there, you'll have a good time. It's a good time over there. So thank you guys so much. I will see you again next Friday. I hope that you guys have the best week ever. Bye.